just attack the basket.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nostalgia Grips. Hope everybody's doing good today. Let's do a sealed box of 93-94 Upper Deck Basketball. Series 1. There it is. I was looking for my knife. Let's get right into it. Hope everybody's doing good today. Having a great day. 93-94 Upper Deck. I know we've been ripping a lot of basketball here lately. But don't worry, we've got football and baseball. And don't forget, I mean, if there's something you guys want to see, you know, don't be afraid to comment and let me know. I mean, I know we don't have a single like hockey video. That's because I don't watch hockey. Nothing against hockey. I just don't watch it. Anything you guys want to see, just let me know. We'll make it happen. So let's get into these here. Hopefully they're not terribly brick, but they're a glossy card, so it probably are. Adam Keefe, Jeff Malone, Larry Johnson. Oh, on the triple-double 3D standout. How cool is that? That's sick. Can we get it to do the thing? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All right, we got Brakowski. All right, Bill Cartwright. Come on, don't do this to me now. We did good. And then now we're going to get this crap. Signature moves. David Robinson. Sorry, I'll get my mind right here in a second. Shaq on the Magic on the checklist. All right, D. Brown. There's Drexler on the... And then there's another exact same Drexler. Spurs. Brad Daugherty. Supersonics. Dwayne Farrell. Tracy Murray. Paul Graham. Yep. Son of a bitch. Son of a gun. This is aggravating, like, for real. I mean, I know it's part of the game, but I mean, I think our last, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 NBA boxes have just been bricked together crap. Luke Longley. And you know as well as I do, we're going to pull a Jordan and it's going to look like that. Maybe not. Dwayne Farrell. There's Kenny Anderson, Shaq, David Robinson. I'm just going to leave these in here. What Vlade Divac, Jeff Hornacek. What is this? Trade rookie and exchange upper deck 94 NBA draft picks. That's really cool. We'll trade you this card for a silver version of an upper deck rookie exchange. Something tells me they're not going to honor that, but all right, league leaders. I forgot about these. League leaders, John Stockton. Warriors. Checklist. Clippers. Bill Cartwright. Chris Smith. And and they're just getting worse as we go down. It's all good. All right, Chuck Pearson, Winston Garland, Ron Harper, Darrell Walker, LaBradford Smith, Randy Brown. There's Reggie on the playoffs. Season leader Mark Price, Celtics, Terry Porter, and Loy Vaught. I know. It's just pure aggravation. And watch my dumb tail. This is going to be the one with the Jordan in it or something. It was. But, I mean, did we do some bad damage to it, actually? I mean, yeah, but whatever. Oh, Muggsy Bogues. Luke Longley, Hornacek, Sean Bradley, Willis, Campbell, Simmons, Coleman. There's another Michael Jordan. That's, of course. Got John Stockton. Ron Harper. There's Scotty on the playoffs. There's a Jordan Game 4. Of course, right on top there's a Michael Jordan, and look, these things are bricked. So, how do we get this off? Okay, let's just... All right, that didn't go horrible, right? So... didn't go bad. Okay, that was good. All right, we got a game 3 or highlights of the Bulls. Playoffs of the Charlotte. Highlights of Bulls. All right, Fred Roberts. I mean, we just kind of have to. Clarence Weatherspoon, Tom Hammonds, another Tom Hammonds, Chris Gatling, Scott Hastings. I know, man, like, if you guys that are watching, you've got to be cringing just like I'm cringing every time we pull one of those doggone things apart. There's Hakeem. There's BJ on the season leaders. There's a Bulls team with Jordan. There's another Michael Jordan. Season leaders. Come on, be nice. Let's see if we can get this one apart. All right, not bad. Not bad. All right, not bad. We'll take that. All right. I don't know why I was expecting this box to not be like this, but to be honest with you, this might be the worst box that we've had as far as the bricking goes. And it's going to be the box that has the most Jordans in it. But I definitely, even though that this one was sealed, I know these ones are notorious for bricking. So I took the chance and we got exactly what was expected, to be honest with you. I was just hoping James Worthy for the best. All right, Patrick Ewing on the fadeaway jump shot. Isaiah Thomas. The Suns checklist. Oh, that is bad. Well, there's one stack. John Sally. There's John Starks with Kendall Gill stuck to him. There's Latrell Sprewell. Chris Smith, Scott Brooks, and Vincent Askew. Tony Bennett. Sonics Jazz checklist. Highlights of the Bulls. And the Pacers checklist. Jim Jackson, Chris Mills, Grant Long, Derek McKee, Willie Anderson, Robert Ory. There's another Bulls 93 team. Timberwolves checklist and playoffs of the Bulls stuck to a highlights of the Bulls. All right. Honestly, it seemed to almost go slightly better if we don't do this thing. So let's just... All right, John Konak. It's going to suck either way. Dwayne Farrell. I mean, that's so bad. Like, these things are like almost glued together, but yet come apart and it looks like there's no freaking damage on it. Like, I don't understand how that's happening. Knicks, Mavericks, Mark Price on the season leaders, and Thurl Bailey. Still cool to open though. So, I mean, even if they're bricked, Joe Dumars, Xavier McDaniels, Danny Ferry, Sadale Threat, Dwayne Coswell, Bill Cartwright, Antoine Carr stuck to him. Mitch Richmond. Spurs highlights. No, playoffs. Triple overtime between the Bulls and the Suns. Season leaders Hakeem Olajuwon. And the Knicks. All right, Vern Fleming, Kevin Johnson, Chucky Brown, John Williams, Keith Jennings, David Wingate, Ramil Robinson, Byron Houston. There's a Jordan on the highlights. There's Reggie on the highlights. There's a Jordan, league leaders in scoring. Stuck to Defensive Player of the Year, Hakeem Olajuwon. All right, there's another season leaders. Michael Jordan on the back. Let's see if we can somehow. As gently as we can, peel that off. James Worthy on the finger roll. Highlights of the Sonics. Highlights of the Bulls. Highlights. Cliff Robinson. Mark Jackson on the triple double, sorry. I like those. Those are awesome. All right. Sam Perkins, Raphael Addison, and Ricky Pierce. All right. Got Dominique Wilkins, Cliff Robinson. There's a Jordan on the Bulls checklist. Sherman Douglas, Derek Harper, Detlef Schrempf, Tim Perry, Scott Skiles, Ralph, and Randy White, sorry. Nets checklist, Suns checklist, Clippers checklist, Bucks checklist. All right, we are out of the checklist. Ernie Johnson, Tony Campbell, Sam Mitchell, Anthony Bonner, Corey Blunt, Charles Oakley, Anthony Bowie, and Keith Askins. Karl Malone on the mailman dunk. Looks like, or no, wait. I thought it might have been one of them triple doubles, but it wasn't. Hang Time, Michael Jordan. I mean, I know I'm not as excited about it as typically, but I mean, we've got a little damage on it. we are expecting that at this point. So there is, from what we've established, nothing that can be done about it. Mark Eaton on the front, Tim Hardaway on the crossover. Double checklists. Robinson, Luther Wright, Blue Edwards, Darrell Walker, LeBradford Smith, shoot, it's Michael Jordan, let's see, yeah, I mean, they're super stuck together. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but Michael Jordan. '76ers checklist. Hakeem Olajuwon, season leaders. Patrick Ewing on the fadeaway. Isaiah Thomas, Antoine Carr, Mitch Richmond, Fred Roberts, Anthony Peeler. Stuck to Dino Raja, Christian Laettner, all rookie team. Jeff Malone and Winston Garland. All right, Karl Malone, or gosh, the Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon on the checklist. There's a, there's a Jordan. Being easy does it. Not bad. All right. Tracy Murray and the Jazz on the checklist. Jeff Hornacek. Doug West. Will Burton. Sam Cassell. Dale Davis. Derek Coleman. And Tim Thurl Bailey. All right, the Bulls on the highlights against the Suns. The Bulls well, I'm going to throw it. See, like this video, it's not going exactly how I want it to, but I mean, I want to post it anyway, what the hell. It's not all the time about having the most perfect content. I mean, these are real life bull crap that you got to deal with when we buy these old things, right? What is that? Tom Gugliotta on the rookie team, Jeff Hornacek, and Clarence Weatherspoon. Lakers on the playoffs. Kevin Johnson on the Suns. Cavaliers on the checklist, followed by a Cavaliers on the checklist. Latrell Sprewell. Doug West, Clarence Weatherspoon, Mark Eaton, Larry Krzyzewski, Frank Brickowski, that's a fitting name for this box, and Tony Bennett. Karl Malone on the front, Michael Jordan on the back. Hawks checks list. All right, let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, as long as we can get it off. There's that one, and I think it's the exact same card. It is. Back to back. Michael Jordan on the highlights. Winston Garland. And Odin Polynice. Gerald Glass. Terry Mills. Marcus Liberty. And Danny Ainge. Have big Shaquille O'Neal, NBA Rookie of the Year, season leaders. Nuggets checklist. Playoffs for the Hornets. Same exact card. Sherman Douglas, Byron Houston. Lionel Simmons. Chris Mullin. Clyde Drexler, Dennis Scott, Mark Eaton, and Kenny Anderson. All right, we got Rodman season leaders, Nets, NBA playoffs, and back to back. Tony Campbell, Cliff Robinson, Scott Hastings, Walt Bond, oh, okay, Horace Grant. Got Gerald Wilkins, Willie Burton, and Kendall Gill. Okay, we are down to our last stack. I am not meaning to sound like unenthusiastic in this video, but this is just rough. I mean, when you're getting, you know, so much stuff with Jordan on it and everything like that, and it's just going this way, like, I rest my case. Like, this one's going to be stuck. I mean, we got 3 Jordans in a row here. So, all right. Completely freaking ruined them. Oh man. So there's Jordan on the season leaders, Barkley on the season leaders, Polynice, Latrell Green, Randy White, Anthony Bonner, Corey Blunt, and Rod Strickland. Ricky Pierce, Larry Stewart, Larry Smith, Tim Perry, Shrimp, Keith Askins, Scott Skiles, Charles Smith. There's Mark Jackson on the back. There's Jordan. Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson. David Wingate. Mark Jackson, Doc Rivers, and Charles Oakley. Corey Williams, Chucky Brown, Kenny Anderson, Kenny Anderson? Is that Kenny Anderson? Yeah. On the triple double, hollow. Mitch Richmond and Dan Shays. With the Hawks, checklist. Shaquille O'Neal on the season leaders. Jordan on the highlights. Another Jordan on the highlights. That's our third one of that. And Jim Les. Pistons on the checklist. Dennis Rodman on the season leaders. Celtics checklist. Cavaliers checklist. Eldon Campbell. Anthony Event. We got Luke Longley. Vern Fleming. First team, LaFonso Ellis. Rookie, Dwayne Coswell. Threat. And Thurl Bailey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 packs to go. Ron Harper. Joe Dumars. Kenny Smith. Brad Daugherty. Chris Morris. Robert Ory. Alvin Robinson. All right. Knicks checklist. Karl Malone on the special delivery dunk. The Lakers checklist. Stuck to Timberwolves checklist. Man, and this is what slows us down too. You know, I mean, we are rolling into what? We just crossed 33 minutes into a box that honestly probably should have taken us 20 minutes to rip. So there's Jordan hang time on the back. That actually came off pretty nice. So there's a nice Jordan. All right, Kings checklist, Jazz checklist, and Larry Smith. Dale Ellis, John Konak, Walt Williams, rookie team, Chris Mills, Tony Bennett, and John Williams. Danny Manning, quick release, 76ers on the checklist. Chris Mullins on the special shot. Signature moves, whatever. Signature moves, Isaiah Thomas, Luther Wright. Stanley Rogers and Kevin Johnson. Gerald Glass, Donald Royal, and Scott Brooks. Last pack. And, you know, I'm going to say it. Last pack. Thank you, Lord. B.J. Armstrong. The Rockets checklist. or schedule, sorry. Have I been calling out the checklist the whole time? I have. My bad. All right, now there's a checklist. And there's another checklist. Stuck to LaSalle Thompson, George Lynch. Let's just see what we, like how extreme do we got to go to get these things to, obviously, you know. All right. Well, they're all separated now. John Sally, Xavier McDaniel, James Worthy, Vince Askew, Brian Houston, and George Lynch. Okay. Well, I've got mixed feelings. I mean, the box sucked to rip, you know? But, I mean, like, you're talking Jordan's, like, no tomorrow out of this box. I mean, it's insane. We're not done. So, I am super conflicted about whether, you know, the bricking obviously sucks. I mean, it does. But, I mean, that's like, I mean, we do have these up here too, but I'm not exactly, well, those ones weren't bad. That one's kind of bad. And these ones are probably our worst two Jordans that we pulled. So, as far as bricking, I mean, the amount of Jordans is insane, you know, but I bet you would be hard pressed to find an actual box of this stuff that's not got the bricking to it, but whatever. As always, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and check us out. We've got new stuff coming out, and we'll see you guys next time.